Hello guys, welcome back to our Brainwaves YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing about how to create an BMI calculator using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. But I have created the HTML and CSS files predefinedly, so we are not discussing about the HTML and CSS in this section. So we'll just focus on the JavaScript. If you can see that we are having two div sections here, one for the collection of data and one for the showing the result. In input field, I have created three input sections. One is used for collection of name and one for the weight and another one for the height. Weight and height are the major components for calculation of BMI, and this is the button which has the function to calculate the weight and height. So when I click on that button, I will get changes here on the right side of the div section. Let's check how it will be. So I am entering the name as Brainwaves with an weight of 50 kgs and height as of 150 centimeters. So when I click on this button, here the name is showing as Brainwaves, and the output for these two values, which is 50 and 150, we got the output as you are a bit fat. So this is how we use the BMI calculator creation. What if I change the value to 40 here? You're doing good. That's my result. And what if I give 10? Yes, that you might look like a stick. And what if I give an excess weight of 80 kgs? You are too fat to control. And here also same. We can change the name. See, we got hello brainy. This is how we calculate the BMI calculator. Okay, now let's dive into the process of creation of this JavaScript file. Okay, for this thing you should check on the HTML page first. For if you can see that here are my input fields. Here are two input fields and this is one, and another one is a button. These are the four input sections, sorry, input fields I have used here in this video. So make a note of these IDs here. For the name, ID is first name, and for the weight it is weight only, and for the height same as height only. For the button we will come back to that. Okay, so let me create some variables for that. So for the name I will use as first name equals to document dot get element by id, and if you remember that the id for this is first name itself, so I will pass it here, first name. Okay, this is how we get the value from the HTML document. This is used to show that I am getting the value from the HTML document based on this ID property, and this is the ID name. We can also get the property by using query selector, but here I should use hash, which is a symbol for the showing of ID property. So I will use get element by ID itself. Now let weight equals to document. Avoid that background sound. Okay, used all these, sorry, we imported all these using the document.html page, and for the button I have the class as click button. So I will do that. Click button equals to document dot. Here I can't use get element by id because get element by id is used to get the id value from the document. So here click button is not an id, it's an class. So I should use query selector, and for that I should must keep the dot in front of it because class will be what duplicated by dot and id with the hash. So the class here is click button, same thing will be written here, click button. Okay, now for that, okay, up to now we just imported the values from the document.html page. So now we should write an function for the button here, because only when I click on the button the values are getting replicated. So I am going to write the function for that. Here the name for the button I have given is click button, so I am writing an on click function for that. So I have taken the click button variable and I am going to initialize an event listener for that. What is the purpose of event listener? If there are any changes or any events that are happening in the HTML or web page, it will make an view that nothing is missing on. So if I just click on that, it is JavaScript will activate a listener to that and executes the function I have written for that. So here I want to give an click function for that. So when I click on that, I should invoke a function. This function should be executed. Okay, in this part we will write the function. Okay, so first we will go with the name display. Okay, for that thing we have created this first name. Okay, let me just open the console so that you can get an idea. Okay, now let me console log the first name when I click on that button to the console. Okay, console.log of first name. See, okay, what if I write the name and click on button here? See, it got the entire syntax from the HTML page. See, this entire one, input type equals to text, name equal to name, id first name, placeholder equals to enter your name. All this thing is getting displayed in the console, but I don't need all those things. I just need the value which I have entered in that input field. For that thing we have dot value method. Okay, so if I do this now, see, I got the brain UIs as the value into the console. Okay, we can do this in this way, or we can create a function also, sorry, variable also. Okay, this way will be the best way to practice. Okay, my bad. See, I got Hori as the value into the console. Okay, let's do the same thing for weight and height also. Weight dot value, let height value equals to height dot value. Okay, now we should perform the, as you remember that at first stage the name of the person is displaying here, so we need to write a function for that. Okay, for that thing I have created this span class which is this username class. Okay, for that thing firstly I need to import that into my JavaScript file, so that only we can make any changes in the JavaScript. Okay, now I'm going to do let user equals to document dot query selector, and what is the name again? Username. Okay, user. Okay, now I can change the first name here. For that thing I should use user dot text content. This dot text content is used for the changing of the document.html piece. Okay, you will get to know what is it, just be patient. Okay, now I'm going to pass the first here, and I'm going to save this and writing the name here. See, we got hello Hari as on the right side part. Similarly, we should write some if and else conditions for that thing, and we need to change the values here. Okay, okay, now write the BMI value here. Okay, what will be the BMI formula? Well, first we should create a global scope. Let BMI equals, null, not null, it's just not defined yet. Okay, now the BMI formula will be BMI equals to mass divided by height divided by 100 exponential of 2 or height. Okay, this is how we will write in the code. Okay, same thing, BMI equals to, here mass is weight value divided by height value by 100, or we can write math dot power, math dot pow and height height divided by 100 2. Okay, this will do the power of value which we have got in the height. Okay, now I should write if conditions for this thing. Okay, like we have some predefined values for calculation of BMI, and those are these. If my BMI value is less than 10.5 or equals to 10.5, then my message should be, which is this one, note message. Okay, firstly we need to import that. Let message equals to note message, right? And it is also a class, not an id. Document dot query selector of dot not message. Okay, semicolons are not an important thing, but it is good to write all the things. Text content equals to, it might look like a stick, and it will be better if I write the value also, right? Okay, I will do that for you. Don't worry about this now, I have a separate section for that. Okay, and another else if condition, else if my BMI value is greater than 18.5 and BMI value is less than or equals to 24.9, I should get my message as you are doing good, which is a normal weight, and the value I got. Okay, else if my BMI value is greater than 24.9 and BMI value less than or equals to 29.9. Okay, in that case I should get my text content, my message as you are in slight overweight. Okay, and BMI value, and another else if condition, BMI greater than or equals to 30. Okay, in that situation I should get my message as you are out of control. So set a date, and else as message dot. Okay, this is not necessary, but I will log the error into the console. Okay, console dot log of error. For the specific error classification we have a try catch block, but we will discuss that in later sessions. You should get an idea, rough idea about this. Okay, let me save the file. Now I will start the process. I am entering the weight as 50 and the height as 150 centimeters. You are in slight overweight. Okay, not in this way. I will fix my decimal values to the 2 points. That will be the best. For that thing I should write BMI dot to fix it of 2 positions. Okay, and here I should add plus symbol, and the same thing follows here. So I will just copy and paste. Okay, now save the file and we input the values. The venue is and weight as 50 kgs and height as of 150 centimeters. Okay, see here I got the name as BrainUAS, which I have given in this input field, and based on these calculations I got this as 25.5, which will go into this section. You are in slight overweight. Okay, and my BMI value is of 25.00. Okay, I think you got a rough idea about BMI calculation and the writing of and text content and message text and getting the values from the HTML page. Hope you understand and you like the video. Please don't forget to subscribe our Brainy Ways YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.